Greetings, Kooblings! Donnie Reese here from PSVG. Welcome back to the Nintendo Shack. That's right, the Nintendo Shack is back. But we are without Jason Lacey. Go figure. Actually, no, he is doing a very good thing. He's at a ball game with his dad. I wonder if he's getting caught. I wonder if they have matching jerseys. You think it's really cute? All three of them too.
It's like the back jerseys say "Better Together 2018."
Oh, I'm with him. So Jason is out having a great family experience, and we're left here to Shack. So I put out the call to see who we could bring in, and everybody turned me down. And I kept trying, and everybody turned me down. This one person kept raising his hand. He's like, "Oh, me!" And I was like, "No, not you." So I went to Nintendo Dads, went to N64 Josh, couldn't do anything. Speaking of also who went to N64 Josh, Bobby, the Nintendo Guru Pauls is back in the Nintendo Shack.
What is up, man? What is up? I don't appreciate you throwing shade at me like that. You asked me, you were like, "Hey, man, we haven't done anything in a long time. You want to do something?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely." So, thank you for having me, Donnie and Caro. It's the first time we actually
finally
see each other face to face and talk, a lot of Twitter interaction and stuff. So
it's only been over a year or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's good
Doing
stuff.
good. I'm glad it's almost the weekend. Almost.
Thank God, man. Oh my God, this week has been horrible.
You know what? Speaking of that, I want to ask our own listeners as they tune in either live on twitch.tv/PSVG or tomorrow in your car on your way to work or on your way home. Do you like that the Nintendo Shack drops on Friday mornings and we record Thursday nights? Because here's the thing. I tweeted out for questions today. Apparently, we go live with 9 other Nintendo podcasts.
Exactly.
Should we
There's
move?
a few.
We should move. Maybe we should move to a different day. I don't know if this is the best. Yeah, now I have to talk to Kevin about that. We need to adjust the schedule coming up. Anyway, business matters aside, this is the first time you two get to podcast together. Caroline, I'm sure you'll be on Nintendo Talk at some point. And, if you ran Nintendo and everything else that Bobby wants to do.
Already been on
that's the thing.
Nintendo,
so that's
remember?
the thing I was thinking. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. I already snagged Jason Lacey from you. So I was thinking maybe
I know this is going.
Arrow and then we're done. You know what I mean? I don't.
I'm just gonna quit.
And
Animal Crossing has my heart. So anytime you want me to break bells, dude,
I'm just gonna.
You know what?
I'm just gonna quit.
So a little
PSVG
preface,
stops.
A little preface with that. I actually, because things debacled kind of with my host, I got a new host for that show, Chelsea Capri. So Chelsea and I are doing Breaking Bells together. That would be, especially when she pops the baby, I'm going to need help with that show.
Right.
So we'll be
not in the picture for a while.
Which is a great segue because apparently I'm not going to be in the picture anytime soon.
Oh shit!
I tried to do a podcast with Caroline and Chelsea. I mean, it was just one of the awesome, cool things that I did. But just like everything we do, Caroline, just like when we go into N64 Josh's show, who else comes right behind us? Here comes Bobby, the Nintendo Guru. Not to be outdone.
listen.
You
know what, man? I gotta tell you, I got hit up, and I was like, absolutely, Josh. It is what it is. Dude, that show was.
You don't
so
say
much
no to
fun.
Josh. Josh is the man.
No, that show was so much fun, and the crazy thing was the amount of people that reached out to me this week off of that show, and I'm like, oh wow, this is a thing. This is awesome.
The community is so great.
You got to contribute to his ebook. Get some lines in there.
Yeah.
He gave me a thing for that. I have to set up with that.
An affiliate thing?
Yeah, an affiliate thing. So I'm gonna do that and start pushing that book. I want to read it this week.
To be honest with you, he offered, and not that I'm opposed to it. I just don't mind. I just rather retweet him. I don't want to do all
You know what? Stop your nonsense, man. Stop. You know what? Now you made me feel like a jerk. Because I'm not.
I'm just saying, Bobby. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen.
You know what?
Okay,
All right.
Whatever.
All right. So we got to get into your stuff, but we have a ton of news to get into as well. A ton of news. There's a ton of news. But I want to throw you some shade because
here we go.
I like breaking your bells. It's just what I like doing. I like busting your bells. Bobby, tell everybody what happened when you launched Nintendo Guru 2.0 in your Guru Direct. Just quickly highlight, what is your schedule like? What is this thing you're doing? in this
Oh, dude,
beautiful
it's-
space of yours, by the way. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. I love
so
this.
good.
This is awesome. Dude, I'm going hog wild, man.
I
I
know.
literally
No doubt.
record Monday through Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day in between, like I like to say. And so I do that. That's my Nintendo Guru Daily that I do. Fridays are like Free Flow Friday, where I kind of dance and do stupid nonsense because I'm an idiot for whatever reason I do that. And then I literally this week I recorded every single night. So Monday night I did Co-op Kings with Jams, which is basically us two co-oping games. He's streaming on his channel. I'm streaming on Twitch. And then we do that. And then Tuesday I was with N64 Josh. Wednesday I did Breaking Bells with Chelsea. Tonight I'm doing this with you guys. And then tomorrow night at 10:30 I do If We Were in Nintendo with Sean and
Maybe.
and
That
other
guy that we
Maybe.
can't remember
Yeah,
his name.
that guy that decides to show up whenever he wants to show up.
Maybe.
Like it's ridiculous.
You might
Yeah.
be doing a show with Jason tomorrow. You
Yeah.
don't know.
I know it's ridiculous. So that you know how many times? Listen, how many message I got last week? Like, okay, guys, I'm in. Oh, yeah, I can't do it now. Okay, guys, I'm in. No, I can't do it now. It was
It
ridiculous.
happens.
Saturday is huge for me. A guy, a friend of mine, Nick Militia, owns Next Level Games in New Jersey, reached out to me and was like, "Hey, man, we would like you to do something at this store." And I was like, "I got an idea for something. How about I stream a podcast for 4 hours at the store?
Oh,
So it's gonna be-
dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be me. It's going to be Jams. It's going to be Joseph Moran. And it's going to be Joe After Work.
Joe,
And they're all coming.
Joe.
Yeah, they're all coming down, and we're gonna do live. We're gonna do Nintendo Talk live, legit live, like recording. So that's gonna be a 4-hour podcast we're doing Saturday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Then every other week I do. Holy crap, this is nonsense.
It is
me
nonsense.
speaking it out loud is ridiculous.
And
that's why I need a
I've got some
20-minute
shade to
direct.
give to you. I'm just waiting for you to stop. You
Okay,
just keep
1 minute.
going.
So
even
I
that.
can't help it. So now I have Nintendo PlayStation podcast with Toby's. I do every other week. I also on Sundays I record Planet Nintendo podcast with Joe After Work and Pat. And then I believe perhaps this Sunday I'll be back with Behind the Scenes with Jules Watcham, and we'll be doing that on Sunday nights. So
Golf
hopefully
slammers,
we're trying.
dude. Golf slammers. Tell him.
You like
What
that?
the
Yeah.
hell? He's like, oh, you want hockey or baseball? Nobody wants that. Give us golf slammers, Jules.
He just told me something tonight. Can't talk about.
Better be golf slammers. I will
I'll
single-handedly fund that project, like 10G.
I will
make sure that thing
If
crosses
you
the
talk
finish
that,
line.
you better back it with
Golf
okay,
slammers, man. Come on.
Bring your shade. Let me hear your shade. Come
All
on.
right, my shade is the same
Come on.
shade that I give to Joseph, our newest Pod and family member over there at the Patreon community, patreon.com/makeusbetter, where I rib Joseph Moran constantly about playing games, not YouTube. Bobby, do you play games anymore? Or do you just talk about them?
No, listen, see, my friends, right here, this little beauty right here,
Yeah,
right next to me,
good stuff.
right here,
Love
right.
those
I was playing
Joy-Cons.
Dead Cells while I was waiting for you guys to fire up the stream. Love Dead Cells.
Okay.
Playing it like crazy.
This is perfect.
I do play games.
This is perfect because we have Seth coming onto the podcast next week because I needed to get some coverage for Dead Cells because I'm not playing it. Jason's
Yeah.
not playing it. Caroline's not playing it. It's all the
I don't know
talk
why
in
you guys aren't
Nintendo
playing
land.
it.
We're not playing
It's
it.
so good. It's
Tell us.
so
Yeah,
good.
Tell us.
I've watched a lot of gameplay, and what I like what I see. It's just the background.
I think the keywords are fast and fluid. I think I have to put them into whatever I say about the game. But the game is really, really good. I can't, like, typically when I play games, right? So I play rogue games. I hate rogue games. This is the first
So
rogue
do
game
I,
I play that I
really.
actually like. I die and I'm like, okay, I see where I died. And now I'm to the point where like I'm getting further and further and further, and it's so much better. But they throw in that Metroid spin where you unlock stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait a minute, now I can get into this area that I couldn't get into before. Like, dude, sign me up all day long for that.
Nice.
So can I throw shade back at you now?
Sure. Let me have it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Snap.
By the way, Caroline,
So
this is
I'm
what we
just
do.
a neutral
This is
party.
a
I'm a
love-hate
neutral party.
relationship here
I'm
with Bobby and me.
leaving.
So
I'm
I
just
just
let's
guys
have
just
it.
duke it out.
I just want to know where this whole thing comes up that Bobby leaves,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Leaves all podcasting, everything behind.
Yep.
Before Bobby leaves, Bobby's catching heat for this little thing he does called Make Us Better.
That's true.
And then all of a sudden, while he's going, the guy that's giving them crap for being on Patreon jumps in my grave, man.
Totally.
What's up with that?
You know what the crow that comes full circle? Actually,
What's
last
that?
week I was on Nintendo Dads because I was their 100th Patreon contributor. Not only did
outta
I
here.
join a Patreon, I have supported like 7 other Patreons now.
Wow.
I support Colin
Nice.
Moriarty. I support Nintendo
So do
Dads.
I.
I support
So do I.
all of Mega Dads. Like I was.
I do too. Yeah.
Sean invited us to come over. As long as I
That's
didn't have
funny.
to lock, content, away from our current community, I was
And that
all
was the thing we
aboard.
never did. Yeah, I didn't agree with that. That was day one. Like Sean, Toby, and I got together and we were like, this is what we want to do. We don't want to lock stuff behind paywalls. We hate that idea.
Mhm.
It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Yep.
And listen, and that's me saying that like I support Colin Moriarty and Colin locks locks everything.
I
behind
support
paywalls.
him too, just because he does
Yeah.
an amazing quality. I just love his.
Yeah,
products.
he's awesome. I love him.
But it really, I'll tell you that here's the full circle, the turnaround, the hypocrisy that I am. It wasn't
I
until
love
I,
it.
it wasn't until I started writing thank you notes, and I got to actually write thank you notes to everybody, and I was writing them, to Tammy and everybody. I was like, man, this is so cool. And I took pictures of mailing the thank you notes, and we got Caroline to help us design some stickers and some letterheads.
Yeah, man.
And it looked so much. I was so into it, and I just kind of was like, why am I choosing to die on this hill that I'm the only person that seemingly cares about it? And honestly, and we talked about this then. It wasn't necessarily you. It
No, I know
really
that.
was kind of
It was just the whole
push for
concept.
all podcasts, and for
Yeah.
me particularly as a sports fan who used to recruit. I
Mm-hmm.
lost access to so much, like my favorite Cleveland radio station started doing. And it's like, I felt like I had to give everybody money to listen to podcasts that
Yeah.
once used to be free. But once I kind of saw how supportive everybody was towards each other. So like the Nintendo Dads is a proud Patreon supporter of Make Us Better. Like once I started seeing that, I was like, all right, now I'm in and I need to make up for lost time. So I just went in and I started like eight Patreon supporting
Well,
cases.
so here's the thing. So when we started that, right, when Sean, Toby, and I got together, we started it. It started because people were like messaging me and Sean, like, "Hey, we want to give you money. Where can we give you money?" And I'm like, so one day I go to Sean, and I'm like, "Dude, this is ridiculous." Like, I see the tweets people asking you, and I see the tweets people asking me, and I'm like, I don't want to compete against you. And Sean's like, I don't want to compete against you. And I was like, okay, maybe we should do something. So we get down, we sit down, we set it up, and we're like, we don't know what the hell we're doing. And we get everything together, right? We put everything together, and it's like, okay, let's do tiers. And we start lining up these tiers. And it's like, well, look, when we hit like this much money, we'll take, if we ran Nintendo Live, we do this, Sean will go, I'll add a second show. But the funny thing is, right? Sean says to me during that, he goes, hey, man, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to go a second show for We the Gamercast. And then I'm going to go live. And I'm like, well, I could do, oh, wait, I already do that. Yeah, I could do. I already do that.
That was kind of
and
us too, because when all that was dropping, we were like, PSVG does that right out of the box. We all do. All
and Sean's like, you do too much. Sean's like, you do too much stuff for free. Knock it off. But that aside, like, we never expected to hit the levels we hit as quickly as we did. Like, we started hitting these levels like that, and it was like, holy crap, dude, this is madness. And like, the moment that hit me was, I was talking to Rybo. I don't know if you guys know Rybo, ladies.
Yeah.
Most amazing guy in the world, right? So Rybo came to one of my Splatoon 2 streams and was like, dude, I was like staggering, skipping all the time. And he's like, hey, man, I think I can help you out. Like, can you send me your stats? I send him my stats. He analyzes them. I tell the story all the time. He analyzes them, comes back to me. Hey, man, change this, tweak this, tweak this. I tweak them. We do the stream. He's like, okay, send me your stats again. I send the stats. So finally he says, Bobby, I think I got to figure out what you can do. So I'm like, what's that? And he goes, you need a second monitor. If you can get a second monitor and put your display over there, it'll kill the lag. And I was like, damn, I don't have the, and I was make this better. Oh my God. I got money sitting in this PayPal account.
Yep.
I went to Best Buy. Best Buy takes PayPal, clicked it, boom. The community bought me a monitor. And I was like, this is when I was like, oh my God. And then I got the webcam, and then like Toby bought a webcam and Sean bought, and it was like, this is what it's all about. Like, this is what it was. It was literally making us better. And then like all the Adam Leonard artwork that I do, like that was all paid. Not the new stuff that was out of my pocket, but previous pre Bobby death, it was all paid by Adam Leonard. You know what I mean? And then when I resurrected, that was death to my wallet at that point. But no, it's So anyway, that's where we're
No,
at.
I get it. I get the fun. I think we've been on for 2 months now, solidly, and I'm down like $500.
I think.
All it's done is
cow.
given me a license to spend money. I've bought like 5 people mics. I've bought all kinds of stuff. And speaking of new tiers and our Patreon, if you listen to Board with Video Games this morning, you may have heard that new tiers and some things might be coming soon.
Please make that happen.
Uh-oh.
I know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh.
Because I know all the. See, that's the thing. I still know what's going on behind the scenes.
You can't tell Sean anything.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Listen,
Pillow talk, Caroline. Sean and
I'm the
Bobby.
I know.
Pillow talk.
I'm the patriarch. All right. I still have some.
He's the big boss.
Yes. Please do what you're going to do. What is that?
I don't
You don't
think
have to say what it is.
I don't think it'll be
but what's
hard, but we just need to get just a little.
How much? What's a little?
Like $25 a month, maybe.
That's it?
I think so. Just a little.
Dude, I want that to happen so
Okay.
badly.
I think a lot of our Nintendo fans
Yes.
will like this move.
Sean, shut up, Sean. You're going to tell me everything. You're
Hi,
gonna tell me
Sean.
everything.
Bobby, I've never told you anything.
So, and that's not the only thing that's possible. Just that one little tier. There's going to be multiple tiers, and I hope you guys support us. It'd be very interesting because this will be kind of PSVG's indoctrination into the Make Us Better Patreon. I think full circle, because we came on, we joined, we cross promote, we do all the things we're supposed to do as a partner, but this is really you having an opportunity to make us better. PSVG, make us better. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited and scared, Bobby. I'm excited because I hope
Don't be scared.
that people
Just
be
do
there.
it.
I'm terrified that it's just like we announce it and it's just like thud. People are like,
Yeah,
nobody
you know what?
cares. Just stop. Stop
this
doing podcasts.
This community is the most amazing community ever. Like literally, dude. That see if you could see it back there. That Ojo back there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That came. I got that because of the community, the Make Us
Aw.
Better community. Because when I talked about it, dude, they supported it so much. They supported my videos and my content so much that Ojo was at CES, called me on the phone from CES, and was like, "Bobby, we were sitting in the booth, and Best Buy, Walmart, Target all came to our booth, said they saw your review of the content,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to support this thing, and they wanted to know where they can get it and all this stuff." And I was like blown away. And they were like,
wow.
"What?" They were like, "Give us your address now. You're going to get one in the mail." And I was
cool.
like, "Holy crap!" But that's because when I started posting stuff, the whole Make Us Better community just flooded behind it and supported it. It's the most, to me, it's the most amazing community in the world. Like they're awesome. I'll just leave it there.
I have to agree. And now that you've taken Jams and everybody else to your own little Discord space, we'd like to hear from all of you a little bit more. Have you seen my instigations on? I've been tagging you and Jams.
I just ignore everything you say.
Yeah, I keep saying like, hey guys, click over and say hi. Click over and say hi. Hello.
I refuse.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't think Joseph knew. By the way, I don't think Joseph knew the type of troll I can be. And I was like,
I'm
oh,
fine with
Joseph,
that.
you'd have messed up, man.
I love it. I love it.
So, yeah, anyway, all that stuff aside, Bobby, it's great to have you back in the Nintendo Shack.
Thank you.
Obviously. I'm excited
Thank
to talk
you
to you
very much.
again. And Caroline, it's
Yes.
a joy to see you again. It's been a
Aw,
trying week
thanks.
for me. You were killing it as a streamer over there, so thank you for all
It's
that
been
you're
a trying
doing.
week for you. I wonder why.
Super
Certainly
Bowl
don't.
stuff, man. Super Bowl stuff. It's
Wow.
busy.
I was thinking of other things that I'm kind of just reveling in.
I'm in chapter 6 of Xenoblade. I'm in the clouds, doing the cloud
Yeah,
stuff. Cloud stuff is
yeah.
awesome, by the way. The cloud stuff is cool. I will tell you this: getting a little burnout. The other day, I booted
Take
up
it
some
slower.
Castle Crashers, and I booted up some Lumines. Of course, I keep playing Lumines,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, I need a break. Like,
Yeah.
I think I need a break from maybe Dead Cells. I was listening to the chat earlier, talking to them. Everybody's talking about Dead Cells. I can't escape it.
Yes.
The fear
Get
of
it.
missing out is getting to me. Maybe
Get
I
it.
boot up Dead Cells as like a palate cleanser. The
Do
last
it.
time I felt like a game like this was Celeste, and I bought Celeste. I don't like Celeste nearly as much as other people. Maybe I should go back to Hollow Knight.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, man. I
Wait
get
till the
urge.
new DLC comes out.
I got
Wait till the new DLC.
urge. No, DLC's out today.
Oh, was it out today?
It's out today.
Oh crap. That's
Is
how
the
behind I
DLC
am.
free or is it? you
It's
gotta pay
free.
for it?
It's
Yeah,
free.
it's
If
free.
you buy it, you get everything.
Okay, there you go.
Hollow
There
Knight's
you go.
amazing. I'm so glad we've got so many people in the chat. It's great to see. I was Bobby, and then we recorded Shaq live on YouTube for like 2 years, and then in support of Kevin and Caroline's streaming efforts, I moved us to Twitch. I've been a little quiet at the start. I was like, that was probably a bad move, but I'm glad to see people are starting to make their way
here.
over.
You got 10 people here, man. You're doing
Sean's
good.
here. I know.
You're
They're
doing
starting.
good,
They're
man.
starting to
You're
make their
doing
way over. They're starting to.
They're
make their
here
way
for
over.
me. They're here for me.
Oh,
Don't
there we go.
don't
Big
trick
Ed
it.
Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Dude, I love you, brother, man. It's good.
I love you too, man.
It's good
I love
stuff.
you too.
Good breaking his bells, man. Busting his bells.
Breaking.
We got all this stuff. We got Caroline going on breaking bells. We got Make Us Better Patreon. All this stuff.
I haven't been
Yes.
there yet.
Yeah,
She'll get there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna
It-
happen.
You
And that's
give
what
in to
she-
Bobby,
I'm just
and he'll have
waiting
you
for Animal Crossing.
podcasting
Let's
Tuesday
hear it.
night, Wednesday night,
Yeah.
Thursday night.
She'll be retiring from the shack.
Nope, nobody retires from Shaq.
I'll be moving up to the big house.
Oh,
Shaq,
here we go.
Shaq is
Big
immortal.
house.
Shaq is immortal.
This
Okay?
is true.
Shaq
This
is home
true.
forever.
like
We have a
Shaq.
ton of news to get into, a ton, and I can't
Yeah,
let
we
this
better jump
podcast go
into
too
it.
far. So let's just hop
Yeah.
right into it. We recorded a day early last week so we could go on N64 Josh's podcast, which we did, which we released on the podcast feed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But that Thursday they had, or no, not Thursday. Was it Monday? They had that Nintendo
This Monday.
European showcase. So Nintendo Europe had an indie showcase, a YouTube video, where they released and announced a bunch of games. So Baba Is You arrives autumn 2018. Bad North dropped that day. It's out now. That
Looks
game
really
was
good.
from the Nintendo Direct back last year. Was it right? The Indie Spotlight from last year?
Yeah.
Children of Morta Everspace will arrive in December. We are friends of Everspace and Giraffasar, as I got to play the game and meet them at MomoCon in Atlanta. Bobby, you may not have caught that episode, but I'm pretty sure I was the first person to tell the world that Everspace was coming to Switch.
Listen, Everspace is the true Star Fox game.
Oh,
that's
it's
coming
so
to the
good.
Switch.
It's
Exactly.
so
That
good.
game, dude, that game blew me out the water when I saw that. I was like, yes, 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 please.
And it's got that
Throw some
roguelike
fucking cloud in there.
Dead
Yeah.
Cell thing. You go off,
Yeah.
you get your stuff, you shoot people, you die, you upgrade your ship, you go back
Yeah.
and do it again. It's great. It looks it's
awesome.
beautiful, by the way. That's really
Yeah.
the big thing. The Gardens Between out September 20th. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom will arrive November 6th. Excuse me, is that game not out?
I know,
Every
I thought
time
it
I
was out
hear
already,
about
man.
Monster Boy, I feel like I'm either confusing it with another game or it's out digital.
Wonder Boy. I think
Wonder
you're
Boy.
confusing it with Wonder Boy. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
where I keep confusing it too. Because I keep seeing, I'm like, that's not out already. What the hell's going on? But it's not. And then I keep thinking, oh, that's just a physical copy, and I'm like, no, idiot, that's actually the game. You're thinking Wonder Boy. So
Yep.
yeah,
I'm right there with you. Ted, we're going to get to that question. Just hold on real quick. Moonlighter drops his autumn. Morphe's Law out that day over there on Sean Capri's YouTube and his Twitch stream. He's been doing that Morphe's Law. I've
Hot
got
trash in the summer.
Yeah.
He was like, "You guys want to play?" I was like, "No, I don't." Night
Who
Call
would play that game.
comes to Switch early 2019. Prison Architect is out today. Slay the Spire out early 2019. Streets of Rogue winter 2018. Terraria delayed to 2019.
Delayed. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
What's
It
taking
looks
so
like
long?
it looks like an easy port. I don't know.
But it should
if
just
it's
be
on
like
the 3DS,
Vita
how the
game.
hell's it not on the Switch?
It should just be the Vita
Just
game.
that.
Like just port the Vita
Yeah.
version. I don't.
You would think, right?
You would
Who
think.
knows?
This War of Mine. Now that was
That
a
looked
Vita
good.
highlight, and a
that
lot of
looked
Vita players love that game, and I'm excited. That was like kind of my takeaway from this one. Windjammers arrives October 23rd, and then the big highlight, or the big reveal: Windjammers 2 announced,
Yeah.
coming to Switch in 2019.
Nice.
So that was a cool little
Nice.
roundup. Does anybody have anything to say about these games?
Everspace, I'm hyped about. Baba Is You looks like a horrible version of ET on the Atari 2600. The Gardens Between, I think that's the one that was kind of like you could rotate, look kind of like Captain Toad. Was that right? Was that the one? There was one that you could kind of spin and manipulate, and you had two
can
characters that
Captain
moved around.
Toad. Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I know that, but that's what I think that's what that Children of Morta is.
Oh,
Or no, the
okay.
Gardens Between.
Oh yeah, that's
my-
that's the one. Mhm.
Yep.
Moonlighter reminded me a lot of Zelda, like top-down Zelda. It gave me that vibe
Mhm.
a lot of times. Where the hell did all the notes go? They
Oh,
just disappeared.
Sorry, I thought
I'm
you
over
had
here.
it.
I'm reading the list over
Sorry,
here, and
I
you're deleting
I
it.
thought you were
What are you
professional. I thought you had it. Let's go.
There's like 20 games over here.
Called out.
Prison Architect. I
Mm.
want that game so bad because I just want to lock people up and cause riots every single day. Like that's it. That's what I want my life to be. I want to be the hardened warden. I want to be like Shawshank Redemption warden, where you just beat these guys into oblivion until they're like rioting every day.
I think that
That's
can
all.
be that can be like the sleeper hit, because I think a bunch of people are going to get into that kind of game and just do all sorts of crazy crap with it.
That's what I want to
Yeah.
do in that Jurassic Park game that came out on PC and Xbox. I just want to like set all the dinosaurs loose and see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean that's the fun part, right? Let's let
Yes.
the T-Rex out.
Exactly.
Dork.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything from you, Caroline?
the only thing I like, Windjammer's style is interesting, but I don't know much about the game. The only thing out of the list there was probably Bad North, just because it looked like something that Brian and I would enjoy.
Hard real-time
Those
strategy,
kind of
tower
tactics.
defense.
Yeah, that kind of game. So that's probably the only one that I'd be interested in picking up. There's some other stuff that we'll talk about in a second.
Staying on the Nindy bandwagon, Nintendo of America hopped into the fun and they said, "Hey, we're having a Nindy Summer Showcase, September 20 or not September, the 28th at 12 p.m. to announce unannounced games coming to the Nintendo Switch." And I'm sure they'll have previous announced games. So going
they'll
back
probably
to
announce
Ted's question and going back to Backlog Busters, who wrote it on Twitter, what are your thoughts? What do you think you'll expect to see? What are you hoping to see, Caroline, from this story?
I want to see Graveyard Keeper.
Okay.
I want to see Graveyard Keeper because it just recently got a PEGI rating, and you can't tell me that they aren't planning to put that on Switch.
I think it's already been announced that it's coming to Switch.
No, there's speculation. I don't think it's been formally announced yet.
Check on Twitch chat for me. Check on that. But okay, so you want Graveyard Keepers? Anything
I
else?
want Graveyard Keeper, and I think we'll see some more footage of the thing that I'm excited about that hasn't been discussed yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm. Why? What? What do you think?
Oh, so I mean, I know what I'm hoping for. I've been talking about it all day in our Discord. I'm hoping that we see Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're definitely
I forgot
seeing that.
about that.
And I want
That's
it to drop
definitely-
this year. Suda and
know if
them
that's
announced
gonna
today that Morphe's Law of all games apparently is getting the shirt promotion in Travis Strikes Again. So funny that Nintendo says, "Hey, we got an indie direct coming," and the same day Travis Strikes Again drops some news. So I don't think that's a coincidence.
That's true.
We're still waiting on Hyper Light Drifter. We're still waiting on War Groove. We're still waiting on Shakedown Hawaii. I'm trying to get all the Jason stuff in there. But Travis Strikes Again is really the one that I'm really hoping to hear from most. What do you, Bobby? What are you hoping to hear?
I'm hoping that we finally get the final installment of Shovel Knight. Just because
good
I
call.
want this thing to be done and moved on so they can start working on the next game, which, by the way, they're not, which blows me away. So that's number one. I would love Image and Form to show what they're doing next. I just don't know that they're that ready to go that way yet.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah, but you know what? So was Dig 2 from Heist. It's only 18 months, so it's definitely possible. But that would probably be the only ones that I'm like. Those two are the two that, like, if they talk about them, you will literally just watch me pass out on the floor back here because I will just lose my mind like all day long. But that's probably it. I wouldn't mind if they showed a little Flipping Death. Maybe the scene where Bobby and the Guru's in it, and they can, I'm just self-plugged. That's all that is.
No, I really enjoyed the game. I got through the first 5 or 6 chapters, and I got back into Xenoblade and haven't got back to it. But Kevin reviewed his site. It's really good. I think it's a lot better. It's a lot better than Stick It to the Man.
I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a little bit of Undertale too, despite
Ooh,
Oh,
right.
yes.
coming out.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about that because it's coming out next month, isn't it? In
I
September.
think so.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I
I mean,
want
I've
that
got
game
it.
so
I
bad.
got
it.
it on pre-order.
I bought it, Caroline,
Great!
because you
Finally.
went on and on and on. I bought it.
Bobby, have you played Undertale?
I've never played Undertale.
She hasn't found one
okay?
person
I don't.
that has.
Okay, I'm like the
So wait.
I'm like
here's
the only
thing.
person that's ever played it. Apparently.
I'm not a PC player, so that was part of the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a Nintendo guru. I can't be playing PlayStation on a game like this. I have to wait for it to come to Nintendo. So the thing of it is, though, is I've heard, and you could tell me this, very Earthbound-ish.
Yes.
Like those.
The creator of
I'm in.
the creator of the game made his debut or so doing Earthbound fan games.
I mean,
This
cool, I'm done.
thing is just it's
I've
a
heard it.
great homage
Yeah.
to Mother.
yeah, I'm
it's-
in. I'm in. I've heard it made people cry and stuff.
It did.
So, like, I'm
It
in.
made me cry.
Yeah.
It made me cry.
Earthbound made me cry. So if Earthbound made me cry, then I'm.
It
all
didn't make me
for it.
cry. Of course, I was not as wise as I was back then.
Well, I didn't beat it till I played it on the Wii U.
Oh,
I played it originally on the Super Nintendo.
I think I
the
beat it for the
SNES.
first time when I was in high
Um,
school.
The SNES, Donnie, not the SNES.
SNES
I don't know what
Classic.
kind of
SNES
nonsense
Mini
you're
Classic
talking-
console.
No, SNES Classic.
Hey,
Knock that
I mean,
Sounds like
N-
heads,
Nintendo
like
confirmed
heads,
that
there's-
it's NES, not NES. So
yeah,
that's from
NES,
Nintendo.
not SNES.
D Life
NES.
Daniel in
Big
the chat
difference.
said he's looking forward to Mutant Football League, which was announced that it's coming to Switch,
Yeah, man.
and it'll get some
Oh, man.
football on the console because EA apparently hates us all.
Shovel Knight King of Cards. We haven't heard about the Shovel Knight King of Cards DLC
The hell is
at
that?
all.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
the kid.
Knight.
Okay,
King Knight.
yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I didn't know that was what it was called.
3-pack
King
of
Cards.
amiibo still shows 12/31.
Yeah,
of
what the
this
hell's up
year.
with that, man? I'm waiting for these amiibo and I get them.
No.
Like, start
We have no release date. And you know what? I've had those things on pre-order for almost a year,
Yeah, me
and
too.
we still haven't gotten a release date.
Yeah.
Moving on, next
with you.
story
Move it on.
to get back
Let's
to
do it.
Caroline's little foreshadowing plug. A Hat in Time coming to Nintendo Switch, announced by Gears for Breakfast at Gamescom this week, which is interesting because they more or less said back in March that it was never coming. They're like, now devs
Yeah.
A lot,
and
of, a lot of
publishers,
people say that.
yeah, devs and publishers lie all the time, and I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo Switch, getting probably really close to 30 million units sold has a lot to say, has a
Yeah.
lot to do
Yeah.
with that. But A Hat in Time coming to Switch. Caroline, go.
Thank God. This was one of those games that I've never played because I was holding out hope that it was going to come to Switch, and I didn't want to just kind of go the PC route because it's one of those platformers. And on their Twitter page, right, the About section says a love letter to GameCube, and I'm like, then just do it. Just do it. So finally, this has happened. Like, I saw the announcement was coming at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I was like, guys, I swear to God, if this is it, I'm going to lose it. And Donnie's like, 4 minutes after it happened,
There it is.
here it is.
There it is.
So I can't wait to hear more about it. I'm going to definitely pre-order it. It's something that, I've seen all this art of it. The Hat Kid is just super cute, and I've seen a lot of gameplay, and it's just one of those games I wanted to play. But now I'm going to have it on a platform that I enjoy.
I have actually played it, and I've been following A Hat in Time all the way back to its Kickstarter days where it was supposed to be a
Yeah.
Wii U game. And back in those days, I was
Right.
following any game that was supposed to be a Wii U game because I love my Wii U.
Yeah.
Having put my hands on it, I can tell you that it's really good for an indie game. For an indie 3D platformer, it's remarkably well. It's a lot, but I've kind of put it in that vein of like Yooka-Laylee. It's kind of in terms of quality. I even think it's better, but it's still not Mario. So anybody out there that's looking at it, just don't go into it expecting, Mario. It's just not
I
Mario.
wasn't expecting that. It looks more like a Banjo-Kazooie kind of platformer to
Yep.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still got that indie feel, but I mean, to be honest with you, I really like it. I bought it on Steam just because it was on sale, like for like $8, because I've been thinking about it forever. I played
Yeah.
the first world. I didn't even play it all the way through. And the moment that this was finally confirmed, I immediately I'll just play it on Switch whenever it comes to Switch. And
Right.
hopefully, to be honest with you, I'll be buying it for my daughter. My daughter is such a mark for any girl protagonist.
Right?
Anytime she gets to control
too.
a girl, she's all in.
This
So
is why she and I are like sisters from another mister.
oh yeah, you two get along quite well. So I'm hoping maybe I can even buy a physical copy and put it under the tree. That'd be great.
See, that's just it. It's never been made physical, not even for PlayStation
Mm-hmm.
or Xbox.
But
so
maybe.
limited run.
Yeah.
If you're listening, we want it. Just saying.
Bobby, hat in time? Anything?
No. Go ahead.
Now you guys
No,
might be able to help me.
honestly,
here.
I haven't paid a lot of attention to that game,
Okay.
so I'll have to look into it. Honestly.
You guys can help me here because I can't. Caroline, the headline says legendary JRPG series Grandia is coming to Nintendo Switch. I immediately messaged you and Callow was all like, "Yes!"
Cal was all over it.
I have
Cal
no
was
idea
all
what
over
this
it.
game is about. Tell me why it's so legendary.
I've never played Grandia. I know of it. There's a lot of JRPGs that I haven't played. So I don't know. It's just maybe I'll pick it up. It depends. I need to look and see what it's like, and my backlog needs to go away. Just needs to go away.
If these directs keep dropping,
But yeah,
all
1
these indie
and
games.
2. I know. It's great though. It's great. I would rather have a surplus than not enough.
Of course, every gamer would.
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yeah.
play Grandia.
Nah, it's garbage. I'm not playing it.
It's garbage.
Look, the thing of it is I don't have time for a game like that. Like it never piqued my interest back in the day. It's not going to now to make me drop everything to buy. I still got to get through Octopath. I still got to get through Xenoblade. Like I got so much stuff.
I gave up on
my
Octopath
backlog
for
It's like,
Xenoblade.
I won't give up on Octopath
can't.
because I played about 3-4 hours and I love that game.
Good, you have
So
103
I want
to go.
more. That's okay, man. Listen,
I
you're the guy.
love
You
it.
and I are the guy that like we played Zelda religiously.
That's true.
Yeah.
like
We
Easily
crushed
socked
Zelda like
100
nobody's business.
yeah. We easily socked hundreds of hours into Zelda. It can happen, man.
Ted
Octopath.
says that Grandia is amazing. The combat is interesting.
Okay.
I
There you
question Ted's
Judgment.
choice in games. Yeah,
I don't question Ted. Ted is
I'm
good
just,
to
I'm
me.
just kidding, Ted.
Inky Pen is bringing comics and graphic novels to Nintendo Switch in November for $8 a month. I think it's cool. However, Inky Pen is
I
not a
think this is
service
cool.
that is
Yeah.
a thing yet. They're launching.
Yeah.
And in all of their promo stuff, I didn't see one Marvel character that I knew. So, I mean, I'm not gonna I can't sit here and act like I know, what or what's hot with comic fans. I don't read comics,
Yeah.
but I would imagine the things that are hot in comics right now are DC and Marvel comics. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure Inky Pen has the rights to those, because I'm pretty sure if they did, I would have saw Iron Man and Batman.
It's got to be like a contract,
Okay.
kind of like how Amazon Prime has the ability. Well, I don't know how it would work.
I would
Well,
thought I would
DC's
have-
not going to do
Almost.
anything. DC's not going to do anything because they're getting ready to release DC Universe, which is basically Netflix, Hulu, but
Right.
it allows you to watch movies, television shows, and read the comics. So there's no way DC's getting involved in something like this.
Right.
Like it ain't gonna. So
Okay. Now this is a interesting one. Deep Silver Fish Labs is bringing Saints Row the Third to Nintendo Switch. They
Yes.
announced at Gamescom and just a simple
Yes.
tweet that said, "Hey, it's coming."
yes.
MLS Chop writes in and goes, "I'm curious. Did they make this decision because this is the best Saints Row, or if there were technical reasons for not porting the most recent one? The most recent one being Saints Row 4 that came out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One." Now, I played the first Saints Row. I loved the second Saints Row. I played Saints Row 4 and didn't like it because it felt like old Saints Row after playing GTA 5. Here's the interesting thing. It took me a minute to realize, after I started looking into like Wikipedia and release dates, I'm pretty sure I don't think I ever played Saints Row the Third, which is widely regarded as the best one. And I don't know why. The best thing that I can come up with is that it came out in 2011. And when I looked at 2011, it appears that I was playing 3DS. That was the year I got my 3DS, because that was the year Mario 3D World came out.
Skyward Sword.
Sword came out, and I was like, I probably just completely missed that this game came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this thing has dildo bats. Like that's the
There you
greatest
go.
thing ever. Like that's like that was the thing. Like my cousin was, or my brother was telling me one time, like, dude, check this bat out, and I'm like, that's a penis, dude. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. Like that is so cool. And he's just running around whacking people with it. And I'm like, sign me up, man. I went out and bought the game the next day. I was like, I'm in for this.
So Saints Row the
it's
Third
cool,
is
man.
awesome.
I like the game.
I love
Wow.
open
It
world
is.
games.
It
Open
is.
world games like Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto's thing. That is my stuff. I'm all about it. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
I wonder if it'll be full price retail game.
Of course it will.
I
Of
know
course.
it will. And doesn't that suck?
Of course.
A game from 2011,
especially
it's
for a
been
game
out,
like
so
that.
many like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably still buy it.
That bothers me a little bit. Yeah.
If it's that
I will
fun and
too.
runs well, I'll probably still buy it. I probably will. Like if
Yeah,
they brought
definitely.
Mafia
I'll
3,
definitely.
I would buy Mafia 3 on Switch because I actually
I would
enjoy
too.
the hours I put in
Yeah.
Xbox. It's good. Caroline, Luigi's Mansion drops October 12th.
Perfect for Halloween, guys. Perfect.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I know. I'm excited to get to play it again because Brian's never experienced Luigi's Mansion, period, and I want him to watch. Part of me wants to get a 3DS capture for my stream.
No,
for
don't
them.
do that.
Don't do that. It's too
Caroline,
late to
don't
the
do that.
party
It's
for
too much. It's
It's
too much.
Too much
Caroline.
money, man. Yeah, it's too much money.
I've looked into it. Don't
They're
do
just
it.
like they're just like
It'd be
so much
different.
fun.
It would be different if they put out a brand new Animal Crossing for the 3DS.
It's
Then I would
true.
say, go get it.
because that's
Yeah.
hundreds of hours of content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You're talking $500
But
for
I
one
have
game.
so many 3DS backlog. That's the thing.
Stop it.
You're good.
Please stop it.
Caroline, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Stop.
Don't
Keep-
drop. Don't
Um,
waste that money.
But yeah, I'm really excited. People are asking me, they're like, it's a remake. And I'm like, yeah, they're pretty much I think they're going to be using
Yeah.
the models from Dark Moon. And
I kind of wish
I'm
all of our
telling you,
favorite
this-
GameCube games got remade on 3DS. To be honest with you, I know everybody wants
good.
to move on, but the 3D
Not
with
now.
the old style, it
Not
looks so good.
now, man.
telling you.
Not now.
Wait till you
now
play
make
Luigi's
it for the
Mansion.
3D. No, now you make it for the Switch.
keep going
You
for
don't-
2021.
Yeah, man.
It's so much harder though. You know,
I
it's
still
so much
got
more
that
investment.
baby right there that I haven't even opened, Donnie. I haven't even opened that thing yet.
I haven't opened mine either, and I don't plan on
Yeah.
it.
I play mine all the
It's-
time. It's over here.
I know.
Yeah.
He got so pissed when
moved
we
all
were
that stuff.
tweeting about that.
I'm glad you guys got
I
money
know.
to have consoles
I-
on shelves. I ain't got console and shelf money. I ain't got it like that.
It's too pretty. I didn't even open it.
I know,
I was
I'm
like, I'm
You
gonna
can-
ruin
Donnie,
it.
you can
and-
have it too. It's called Get Divorced. Just
Yeah,
live alone.
that's it.
Have it all, man.
I got, dude, I got kids, man. Trust me, that divorcee life ain't that good.
Yeah, that's true too. That's very true. You're
I
right.
just,
you're
I
right.
like it.
That was your.
when they've done the remakes, like the Ocarina remake, the Majora remake. I'm sure the Luigi's Mansion remake. Like they
Yeah.
look so good. The Ocarina remake
They
looks
do
so
good.
good on 3DS. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. That's all.
Some parts of it do. I was not happy with the way they lightened up the Ganon fight at the end. No. I like the dark, ominous look.
Caroline,
Yeah.
next story is for you.
Okay.
The Walking Dead, the complete first season, including all 5 original episodes and the add-on 400 Days, comes to Nintendo Switch next week for $25. Now, I think the price, to be honest with you, is way too high. The game is easily gettable on a myriad of platforms for much cheaper. That said, Caroline, if I buy this game for you, will you stream it?
I don't like scary.
It's not scary.
It's not scary. It's not scary.
I'm telling you, it's Caroline, The Walking Dead, the
I
first
don't like
season.
zombies.
The Walking
It's
Dead,
Caroline.
the first season is one of the best stories in a video game I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Yes.
I will buy it for you if you stream it.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Don't talk. Do it, dude. I'm telling you, if I can play that game, you can play that game. I'm the biggest sissy in the world when it comes to scary stuff.
That's true.
If I can
I-
play it, you can play it.
I don't
I
know.
haven't played
I
a Resident-
jump. Y'all didn't
never
see
played a
yesterday. Yesterday on stream, I was doing it, and I got a bit. Somebody cheered bits, and the sound alone, I wasn't expecting it, and I was just zoned into the
my
game,
God.
and the sound made me go, "Holy crap!"
It's so good.
Stop.
It's so
It's
good.
not that bad.
I want to
You're
watch
fine.
you play it. I will buy it. I want to
So
watch you
here-
play it. Benji,
But then you
Daniel,
have to come home.
help me. Help me.
So here, okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you watch The Walking Dead on TV?
No. No.
Doesn't matter. I don't watch it either. I never have. I don't like it.
I know, but I was trying to use the reference. Like, if that doesn't
no.
scare you, this
No, no,
won't
no.
scare.
Clementine
Like, it's-
is one of the best
I watch
female
Preacher.
characters in all of
Okay,
video
then
games
you
today.
can play this.
I watch Preacher.
Then you can play this. This is not
It's
bad.
not that scary.
Not
It's comic
scary at
book.
all.
You watched me play the new one.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of random kids.
Yeah, but that's at the end, right? So this is going back to the beginning. I'm telling you, Lee and Clementine's story is a must. It's a must for every video gamer. You have to know.
Let me guess. Somebody dies.
No.
It'll make you
Nobody's going to tell you. Nobody wants to tell you.
I'm just going to tell you. I'll just Google it.
No, don't Google it. Just play it. Let me
stop
buy it for you and please stream it. You can do it in a weekend.
A free game. Who cares?
Yeah, you do it in one day, really. But like the
How
way
long
you
is it?
the way you play, you probably get through the entire thing in 6 or 7 hours.
Oh, okay. So it's like an Oxenfree.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right. Who was right on Oxenfree, by the way?
Yeah, Oxenfree ended up making me cry, man.
But you enjoyed it.
I
Look
didn't
at
enjoy
Daniel.
it
Do
for
it, Carol.
5 hours.
Clementine is a great character. Daniel, everybody, Bad Bit Game is finally something Donnie and I can agree on. Look at this. I have the people behind me, Caroline.
Yeah.
You'll never forget. You might give me my money back when you're done. You might.
Maybe.
No, you
it would be a Sunday stream because college football's coming up and my Saturdays are no more streams. Sorry, guys.
I'm all about it. And this is good news. Getting back to the news, it's good because the final season came, and Kevin and I on Shaq last week, mentioned about. I played it on Xbox only because I pre-ordered it so long ago before we knew it was coming to Switch. But we made a joke because for the longest time I always wondered why these games never came Wii U. These point-and-click adventures were perfect for gamepad play, and they never brought it.
Definitely.
So it's nice that they're finally getting the series over so people can experience it. That said, Carol, if you play the first season, you're not into it, you don't need to play the rest. But the first season is like must-have game. Like people must play that one. If you've never played it, now's the time.
The reason why this excites me is I loved Batman, Telltale.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, when that ended, I was like, my God, please bring the second season here.
Oh,
because they were talking that they might not.
Did you do the Fable? The Fables? What do they call it? The Wolf Among Us?
No.
Oh,
is it good? Is it good?
Wolf Among Us is great. Caroline, you would actually legit love The Wolf Among Us. Like Fable. It's from Fable's a comic book, which I only know because I've seen.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's like Disney characters or like Disney characters, but all like mature themes. So like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't go there. Can't go.
We'll talk about it, but like
family-friendly podcast.
One of my art projects for school was my intro to painting course, and I did 6 self-portraits where I depicted myself as 6 of the Disney princesses, but they were like all battered and bruised or like mature.
They're just like adults. Yeah, they've got apartments and like they're detectives and they've got jobs and yes, it's awesome.
That sounds cool.
It's awesome.
That sounds cool.
Maybe one day it'll come to Switch. I expect that to be the next game that we hear from them, unless they're. I mean, I know they're working on a Marvel thing that's real big, but I kind of expect when they do their new engine to come out with The Wolf Among Us Season 2. But I don't know. We'll see. Pepe's coming to Starlink, which was confirmed today when IGN put up a video early at Gamescom. So IGN, by the way, is having a great month. They're killing it.
Yeah,
Oh
bless their hearts.
That was my joke today.
The graphics look really good, by the way.
Pepe looks amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this means that Starlink basically includes everybody. And
That'd be awesome.
Wolf and
Not
the whole
Slippy.
gang.
I don't want Slippy.
I don't care. Just throw them all in there.
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
Here's the
Slippy's
thing.
little-
Here's Donnie. If Donnie runs Ubisoft, just pull back, right, the PS4 and Xbox version, throw all the Star Fox people in there, call it Star Fox's Starlink, and just sell it as an exclusive Switch game. The Star
Fox Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Whatever.
You're done.
Give them They got to do a better job than Zero. So whatever they want to do, but
Oh yeah.
expect
They already
more
had
news.
done a better job than Zero.
Expect more news about that later this week as Gamescom wraps up. Our final news story that I got to get through is NPD has dropped, and their analyst Matt Piscatella went to Twitter and said Nintendo Switch was July's best-selling hardware platform in both dollars and units sold, marking the 7th month that Switch has led in hardware dollars sold since launching in March 2017, and the first since December 2017. So this is the first month this year that they've had the lead. Unit sales, Nintendo hardware in 2018 reached the highest point for a July month since 2009.
Wii years.
There you go. Wii years. Good job. It's also worth pointing out that Octopath Traveler sold most copies games sold United States. That's a lot. So
First.
Grand Theft
Number
Auto
one.
5 was second. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5
That's
is
insane, dude.
I know.
That is
GTA
insane.
5, everything.
Like, bring that game to the Switch. Like,
I'm with
what
you.
does Nintendo do?
I've been talking about
Like
it
this-
all year.
This is like Minecraft all over again. Like, let's wait till it's year 10 of the Switch, and they're like, "Hey, we got GTA 5." Meanwhile, we're on GTA 7. Like, come on, man.
Dusk says, "How's GTA 5 still selling?"
It's
because
a
of the
phenomenon.
online.
It's a phenomenon, but the online is
it's the online.
It's crushing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But here's the thing. Here's the point I want to point out. In this top 20 list, it's very rare that you see exclusives break into this list and hold for any period of time. Nintendo Switch has got number 1, Octopath Traveler. Has number 4, Crash Bandicoot's not exclusive, but there's a Switch game at number 4. Mario Kart 8, number 3. A year and a half plus. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, number 5. Super Mario Odyssey, number 7. Mario Tennis Aces, number 10. Like, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, number 14. And Minecraft is down there at the bottom. So,
can I say one thing? Mr. Badbit, how does the Nintendo Wang taste? That's all I want to know. I just want to know what you think. That's all I want to know, Mr. Badbit. You and your PlayStation podcast nonsense. Thank you.
It's good.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. It's good. It all, Fanboy Wars
aside. Sean's right. That's just the physicals.
It is just physical copies. Yeah, and Nintendo has proven how many, like, their digital revenue is super high. It's Fanboy Wars aside, it's just showing that Nintendo Switch is a healthy system. It's growing. It's got a growing base. People buy games. It's not the Wii, where consoles were flying and software wasn't. Like, this is good. This is what you want to see in a system that you want to have longevity, and that's fantastic. Yep. And the reason I had that MPD into this question that we came up, so it's time to get into our questions. Direct from you, Bobby. This next question, I know you covered Nintendo Talk, and I know there's some things on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Well, one, let me throw shade at all Nintendo dad out there. He likes mixing it up a bit. Oh, Gary. So he likes having fun with that. I like that about him. But here's what I want to say. I don't want to get into all that. Particularly the rumor base, if you will, the original source isn't one that I typically follow. So let's just leave that aside and let's just take the question for what it is. Daniel, who's in the chat, thank you, always. With Switch Pro rumors flaring up, what do you guys think of this idea? Nintendo sells a SKU with a more powerful dock for the Switch next year that's also available to all current Switch owners, and a few years later sells a more powerful base system with that same dock. Bobby, what do you think about that idea?
I don't know that the dock is the power source that people are like. Yes, and I think the only reason is because of the HDMI cable. There's no juice in the dock at all. You know what I mean? So I really think that the juice is in the tablet itself.
It is.
I've said since the very beginning of time, since the minute they showed this thing off, the tablet was going to become the iPhone in the future, where Nintendo would just upgrade the tablet, your Joy-Cons would work, your dock would work, done deal.
Yep.
I would prefer they get that Switch, the tablet, running 1080 before they worry about 4K and all that other stuff. They're already running 1080 with the dock or with the dock as it is. So on most games, not all games, but most games are getting 1080. So let's get the actual dock, or I mean the actual tablet portion up to 1080, and then we could talk 4K and up, upgraded docks and all that nonsense. But for me, I would easily drop another $300 on the tablet section if it was bumped up. More powerful processor, more powerful memory, all that stuff. Like, I'm all in. Like,
okay.
So that would be okay for me. Yeah.
Caroline, what do you think about a new dock or a new Pro?
Donnie or Bobby stole my exact sentiments. Like, the powers in the tablet, and we should definitely have the 1080p before we think about 4K. Period. The question said the dock it's available to all current Switch owners as well, free, because I don't think that's possible at all.
No, I think it's just you would sell the dock separately. That people, if they wanted to upgrade, they could.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, so it's not something I would buy. I would be willing to invest more money in something that is going to play 4K games portable
Mhm.
or 1080p games portable and on the screen.
Okay.
4K I think is a fever dream at this point. We might not even see
Well,
it until next console.
I
let's
agree
get
with you.
let's get realistic here with this whole nonsense of it'll be 4K. And
Yeah, well,
I will throw shade at Mr. Sellers.
I didn't
There
wanna
is
go there.
no. I'm going there. I don't give a damn. I got enough BS today from these guys. It's time to fire back a little bit. So, the end of the day, here's the deal. There is no way humanly possible. We can't even get Mega Man Collection 1 and 2 on one of these stupid cartridges. You
Yes.
really think you're getting 100 gig on one of these? Because newsflash, people, that's what 4K runs.
Yep.
Halo 5, they're talking, is clocking in at 100 gig. There is no way. Dude, think about it. If they do what Marcus is saying, 128 gig memory, oh, okay, we're going to get Breath of the Wild 4K. We're going to get one download, and that's it. Like, stop the madness, people. It cannot happen. Like, it's not going to happen. There is no way humanly possible this thing becomes a thing.
Honestly, even
It's-
outside of the memory limits, Bobby, you can't process that kind of power with
No.
that kind of heat in a small compact
Yeah.
space.
Exactly. That's
There's
what I
a
was going to
reason
say.
why the
Then
Xbox and the
cracks are going to be
PlayStations
even
are
worse.
this big.
Yeah.
They need
There's
fans.
no
they
way.
need vents. You
It's
can't.
just it's
impossible.
silliness to me to hear this going on right now. Like
And-
4K is a pipe
The only thing
dream.
you could possibly do is stream it.
Yeah.
And you'd have to have
that's-
amazing
and that's-
internet.
And that's the thought. And like, okay, Japan has the most amazing internet there is. United States, like,
Doesn't.
go to East Bumble F, Midwest. You're getting nothing, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not happening, man. It's not happening.
And the
sadly-
big thing is, like, as Nintendo people do really care about that.
no.
At this point, like
That's a good
they've
question.
been-
Hang on.
they've been on their high 4K for how long now, and 1080p before that, and we're just now getting it. It's not something that appeals to me. That's why I'm not upset.
I hear what you're saying, and largely I agree with you. One of my favorite games on Switch really are Breath of the Wild, or Hollow Knight, and Golf Story. Right? They talk about them all the time. Those games aren't pushing the amazing graphics. Golf Story is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That aside,
But
being somebody that does enjoy my X and 4K gaming, I do feel the power difference. Now that's not why I play my Switch, so I don't always feel it. But there are times where I'm just like, man, I wish this game ran like Doom. When I played Doom on Switch, especially portably, I was like, ugh. Not only is it just, it's really muddy and blurry. So I understand the reasoning. Now, I want to throw Daniel a bone. You guys may remember a couple years ago, back when the Switch was the NX, Nintendo did patent a thing called the supplemental computing device, and it very much was
forgot
about
that.
that.
Said,
Yep.
hey, you plug this box into this device and you juice the power up. Would you guys, I mean, you already said you'd rather invest into a tablet, but what if you could guarantee 1080, 60 across all games docked if you bought this supplemental computing
The
device?
peripheral
I'd be
would
open for
probably
that.
be the peripheral would probably be cheaper than buying a brand new tablet. It depends on how big it is. If it's
Sure.
one of those little bitty NFC readers that they had for the Amiibo stuff for your 3DS, something that small, I don't mind toting
What
around.
if I was thinking, I'm thinking, the way I've always imagined it is, what if they had like some sort of small, computing RAM add-on or something that also was a storage upgrade? So like you could have, I don't know, say 200 gigabytes of storage and a little juice boost that you just plug into the USB port on the dock when you dock. My only thing with that, from my tech knowledge, is when you dock the Switch into something like that, I'd imagine it would have to reboot. It wouldn't be the seamless Switch start playing again. I couldn't imagine that it would work that way. Like that would just be technical
it's like a
brilliance. You'd have to
resolution thing on your
reboot
computer.
the
Yeah.
entire system if you added a whole new processor to the mixed. I would imagine. Maybe I just have no idea what I'm talking about.
But here's the thing. And it's the other thing that like really tweaks me a little bit with these.
Deep breaths.
Bobby, we don't have to do this, man.
We do have to do this.
But this is
because did we get the same leaks and rumors when the Switch was supposed to get announced, right?
Yeah.
So my problem is this. You put false hope into people, and then when Nintendo doesn't deliver, because Nintendo's not going to deliver, people, they're not going to give us 4K, they're not going to ramp it up and all this stuff, then everybody gets mad at Nintendo. Like it's their fault.
That's true.
And you think about it. There were so many leakers that were saying pre-Switch announcement that it's going to be on the same level as a PS4. It's going to be an Xbox One handheld and all this
That's
stuff.
true,
And
yeah.
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And everybody got mad at Nintendo. Like Nintendo said this was happening. Like, stop the madness.
You're right.
Like, that's my biggest issue.
You're right. I understand exactly what you're saying, and you're right. That is the honest way to go. I do think, though, like with the social media world that we live in, some people just like to talk, and they'll just talk about anything, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That they're more in their their right to do so. I'm more like you. I don't just like to. I remember when Daniel brought this up in Discord, and I was like, I know exactly who started this rumor, and I'm not. When it came to Switch, I was all Laura Kate Dale and Emily Rogers, and if it wasn't them, I didn't care. like it was just all
the
off.
thing is, the one thing I will say to properly answer Daniel, I would be all for any of this if it was a reality.
If it worked,
I would be a day one adopter. I would buy it all. Like I would be so in, it's not even funny. But I just don't see logistically how it happens.
Sure.
But at the same time, we also have to remember this. Is it very possible that we do get a Switch upgrade in the next 2 years?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
And the
Yeah.
reason being is this is made by NVIDIA, and this gaming tablet is not the best processor that NVIDIA has. There is an upgrade on top of this.
Well, they have that Pascal, but I don't believe the Pascal has been put into tablet yet. I don't think it can be. They do have the Pascal. Now, I think they can overclock it. That's the thing. We haven't seen an overclock version of the Tegra chip that they have.
Yes.
That would be the little boost. I think you could overclock it and at least guarantee 720 portable, 1080 docked all the time. The Pascal that everybody was talking about, I believe, and it's been a minute since I've looked it up, the Pascal chip was built for like cars and like navigation systems and things like that. And I don't believe it's tabletable yet. But with every year,
but
every
NVIDIA
silicon,
is like
they're amazing.
NVIDIA is like gods.
I'd
They're
be
like
much more interested in NVIDIA's Shield streaming service coming to Switch than a new. I really would. I used to have a Shield. I had a Switch before a Switch. I had a Shield. That streaming service was awesome. It was dope. I played Metal Gear Rising on that thing, and it ran great. It ran like I was playing the game. So I think there could be something there too. But I don't want to spend any more time on this, Bobby. You'll just fight. You'll fight Marcus and Gary and everything all night. So let's move on.
That was our
Bring 'em
first
on,
question, guys. That was our first question.
Bring them on. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know. We're already over time. We have 2 more questions.
Fine.
Kevin, why don't we have Pikmin? My wife is tormenting me weekly on how I trained it in Pikmin 3. Miyamoto said 3 years ago, it was 2015, so he's right, that it was almost done. I may have to rebuy it on a stupid Wii U, so I'll get the news out of the way. It was 2015 that he said it was almost done. In 2017, at E3, he said, I'm not allowed to talk about it. PR got mad at me when I did it, and it's a thing, and we haven't heard about it since. It's 2018. So, Bobby, where's Pikmin 4?
Pikmin 4 is done. Pikmin 4 is ready to go. I think we see it in 2019. And here's the reason why I say that. In 2017, Best Buy in Canada leaked both Super Smash Brothers and Pikmin World at the time.
Yep.
And neither of them got put out like that year. They got pulled down right away, and they never went up again. This year we got Smash. I think next year, 2019, we get Pikmin.
Sean is spamming our chat. I'm trying not to give it any leeway because Bobby, will you join the shack if we kick Jason off?
I said yes. Jason Lacey, goodbye. That is all, Jason Lacey. That is all.
Caroline, what do you think
Mercy.
about Pikmin 4?
I'm sorry, Kevin. It would be nice if it would come next year, but I think it would come late next year. I'm not thinking like, I don't know, maybe.
No. It's got to come. It's got to come early because late is Animal Crossing.
Well, see, that's what I like to think, but I hold out hope that Animal Crossing is going to be a summer release like it was for New
Oh
Leaf.
my God! I pray.
Um,
I pray.
But anyway, I do think it has to happen next year. I think there's a lot of IP in general, Animal Crossing and Pikmin, and just we have to have something next year in order to fill those gaps.
Sean is
But
drunk.
just tell her to hold off and hold her wad and chill.
Yeah, tell her to calm down. Go buy Hey Pikmin. She'll be fine.
Get Pikmin 3 back. What's your problem?
He doesn't want to buy another
Why
Wii
did
U
you
again.
First off, oh, he got rid of the Wii U.
He got rid of the Wii U. So he doesn't want to go buy another one.
Does he have Pikmin and Pikmin 2?
Why would he get rid of the Wii U?
He's got Pikmin on 3DS.
We got problems right now.
I still have
Get
my Wii
rid
U.
of the PS4,
Ooh.
and then go buy the Wii U.
Go get a Wii U.
Are you-
I think it's a terrible
go.
idea, to be honest with you.
I
Just
agree with getting rid of
economically,
PS4.
it's a really bad idea. Economically, it makes no sense. I can't get behind that.
Exactly.
I've given this a little thought because you asked about this earlier today, and the only thing that can really come up to its delay is maybe Pikmin 4 was originally designed for Wii U. So the idea of porting it to Switch, they probably went,
Possible.
we need to upgrade it. It probably had pointer and tablet controls built in, and that needed to be redone.
Probably.
So you redo all that plus localization, and that's why it wasn't there for Switch right away. And
Y'all
then
also forget we've had Hey Pikmin for 3DS as kind of like a filler.
filler, right?
Yeah.
But also, I would suggest that Star Fox Zero maybe have turned the spotlight on a Miyamoto project a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came in and looked at it for Switch and they said, we might need to rework this game a little bit.
It's possible.
So
It's possible.
that's the only
I didn't think about that.
that's the only
so mean.
things that I can come up with. Oh, Miyamoto's a
Because
legend.
Miyamoto, he's
but-
a legend, but he hasn't worked on a whole lot with.
That's true. That's true.
and Zero was a flaming hot pile of something. So
Hot trash in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Now, Bobby, you might remember the last time you made a Shaq appearance, we were talking about E3 predictions, and I lined up my fall. And I mentioned to you, I said, hey, the fall lineup is missing one of two things. It's either going to be a Pikmin game, because we know it's in development, or it's going to be a Mario Party game. One of those things was true. Mario Party's coming in October. So I would be willing to believe you that Pikmin probably drops in some sort of spring direct for spring next year. It makes sense. You drop Pikmin somewhere in that
Spring.
March to
no
May
way
thing.
Spring. No way spring.
Because
We've got Fire Emblem and probably
we've
Yoshi
got
in
Smash,
the spring.
Fire Emblem, Yoshi, right? Pikmin, Animal Crossing, Metroid.
And Bayonetta 3.
They're 3.
Which that's second party, so I mean yes, but I don't.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still kind of.
Yep.
And you also have the rumor of Metroid. Like, that could be potential.
Yoshi, Fire
who
Emblem
knows?
to get you, spring into the summer. Animal Crossing drops something like August. Metroid gets the Smash window after Black Friday. You
I
fill
need
in
Animal
around there.
Crossing in
Sounds
the
about right.
summer for bug hunting for mass bells, so I can get my house expansion done that quick.
All right,
What was it? Okay.
you
We
actually
got one more question?
you actually do get to run Nintendo. So Bobby, you get to run Nintendo.
Finally.
You
I
get
only
to
get to do it every
purchase
week.
one
good.
franchise to Nintendo's exclusive stable. Money's no object. What do you pick and why?
Oh my God. One franchise. You're talking from any company, doesn't
You just
matter.
get to go take a
fran-
franchise and bring it into Nintendo.
That's
Now,
you can't give me one, man.
hang on. When Trevor asked me this question, I take it as like it's got to.
This is a great
It's got to
question.
fit Nintendo. Like you can't just take Call of Duty. Like you
a
gotta,
great
you gotta
question.
make a case for it to fit in the Nintendo
So
ecosystem.
my first thought was obviously like Last of Us, Uncharted, that type of stuff. But then I started to think the game that Nintendo that I would buy would be Castlevania.
Good one.
And I just feel like they could really bring that franchise back
love
to where
that
it needs to be and really take it off. My original pick would have been Mega Man, but they've already brought Mega Man back when they put Mega Man in Smash, and that's what I'm kind of hoping happens with bringing Simon Belmont to Smash. That it'll revitalize Castlevania, get it going again,
I would
and
love
get it
an
back up on the
HD 2D
Oh my
Castlevania game. So much.
God, please!
I would love that
Please.
so much.
Yes,
Super
so
Castlevania
much.
4 remastered. Just do that.
Yeah, that
I'm
would be
all
great.
about that. Just do that.
Yeah, man.
Symphony of the Night on Switch. That'd be great too.
Dude, they are the original. Like people go Metroidvania, You get out of here with the Vania stuff.
Mhm.
Metroid is the OG. That's what it is, right?
Absolutely.
So what Castlevania did was copied off of Metroid. So
Mhm.
why can't we just say, like, give it to Nintendo and let them turn it into what it's supposed to be? I would even be like, man, if I was Nintendo, I would just be like, you don't even have to give us the franchise. Just let us make the game for the franchise. You get 10% and just leave us alone.
Sure.
And let us go. And you never get to take it back and give it to somebody else. It's ours to run and do as we want with it. And you get a clean 10% for the rest of your life to never do anything. Because I don't know the Konami. I don't know the Konami. So, but anyway, that's why I would say Castlevania.
Caroline, you're running Nintendo. One franchise.
You know what it is. Shantae.
Shantae, you're buying Shantae outright.
We're
It's
getting
way
it
forward,
from
right?
way forward.
Yep.
Only been 4 games. That's not enough, and they're not very long. We need a good, steady.
Would you do like 3D, or you want to keep it what it is?
No, I like the platforming, like
Okay.
the 2D platformer, the way it is. I love just give her new transformations every time, and maybe some like throwback transformations as DLC every time. The other one that I was going to say is Harvest Moon Story of Seasons.
That
But
fits.
those come out regularly enough, though. I think that I mean they're basically almost, aside from like 3 or 4 that have been on PlayStation consoles and the Vita and stuff. Yeah, they're pretty much just Nintendo exclusive anyway.
Okay.
So I know I'm not creative. I'm very easy.
No, it's good.
Easy to read book, right?
It's good.
Come on, Donnie, bring it home. Bring
my
it home.
my easy answer was Overcooked. I think if they
Really?
bought exclusive for Overcooked, I think it would fit. Could you imagine if they did Overcooked with like Mario characters? How hot that game would be if they did like yeah, it would be good. But the franchise that I think if Nintendo owned, they could do something with, and I'm kind of going in that Bayonetta realm. I'm trying to give Nintendo something that they need, that they don't have, but fits. And I'm going to go with Yakuza. If Nintendo bought the Yakuza series, it would give them a mature GTA type crime fighting thing that they don't have.
Yeah.
And it's Japanese, and they could do something with it, like, you know, like I know Platinum makes Bayonetta, but they could fit it into their lineup like Bayonetta and market it like Bayonetta. And if it was exclusive and the Nintendo fans rallied behind it, they could actually find a pillar. I think like it could do something. It could do maybe more than what it currently does.
Can I just real quick? Shovel Knight, Banjo Kazooie, ukulele. I would buy those as well.
I was gonna say Banjo. I was
Yeah.
gonna say just the rare.
I love
the rare
Castlevania.
stuff.
Sean said Ori. I've been saying this since I played Ori.
He's all about that Xbox
Dude,
launch. Like, get out of here with that nonsense.
If Ori was a Nintendo game or a PlayStation game, in all seriousness, if Ori was on anything else, the world would scream about how great Ori is. But Ori's on Xbox, and Xbox kids don't play games like Ori. It's like It's like a shame that it's over there. It's like please.
Hey, it happened with Bayo. Bayo was an Xbox exclusive too. Remember?
Yeah.
There've been lots of exclusives on both sides.
I was thinking we need an arcade fighter.
I love Smash.
Arcade fighter.
I'm just saying, there's no fighter that's
Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur.
No,
Nintendo's good in the fighter category.
Yeah, they got that wrapped. Like, come on, nothing has hype like Smash.
I love fighter games. Soul Calibur was my jam.
The only good Sonic the Hedgehog game is Smash. That's it.
True.
So there you go.
Take that back.
Sonic Racing is good. I like
the
me some
early
Sonic
the
Racing
Genesis
All-Stars.
Sonics are just the epitome of
they're
Sonics.
not. The epitome of garbage.
Did you play Genesis?
Yeah, and it just wasn't good.
Controllers were trash.
Did you play it back in the day?
It's garbage. Please stop, Carol. Please.
I'm gonna have to come over there and
my life.
strangle both of you.
The biggest regret in my life was buying a Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis was my first console. It was gifted to me.
Apparently, your parents or family didn't love you.
They did. I was 2.
Are you sure?
I was 2.
Well, they were just like, she won't know what the hell she's doing. Just put her there.
Just turn the TV up to the colors.
Yeah.
The colors will
Exactly.
stop her. They'll
Just-
blind her.
She probably had controller 2 that wasn't even plugged in. Her brother was playing controller 1. Like, I get it.
Man, Castlevania is a great answer, Bobby. Castlevania is a great answer. I really like that one. That one fits like so good.
I'm just teasing Karen.
I was thinking about Smash property or Smash characters though, like property and I
We
don't
need
know.
an action game. We need
Castlevania
another
is
action
great.
game that's not like the combo button masher hardcore fighter that Bayonetta.
I'd take Kingdom Hearts.
We need an adventure, like an action
What
adventure.
the?
Hi.
Ooh.
It's my
What
baby.
is,
She's
what
stuck,
is going
dude.
on here?
Darksiders would also been a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us, folks. That is all.
Stealing my line. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Bobby, thank you again for coming back to the Nintendo
Oh, it was a
Shack.
blast.
You're
It
always
was so much
welcome
fun.
here. Tell
Thank
our
you.
listeners how they can find all of the stuff that you create every
All of
day
Easy,
of the
just
week, every day of the
Nintendo.
year. Definitely.
It's very simple. NintendoGuru.com. Done. Dunzo. That's it. That's all you got to do. Go there. You'll find everything I'm doing.
Caroline, all the things.
Oh my god, all the things. Here at the Shack Life, we have a new Twitter,
Shack
guys.
Life. How you like that
Shack
Twitter handle,
Life.
Bobby?
Love it.
Shack
I
Life.
love it. That's nice, man. That's good.
It's like
Good.
Salt Life, those stupid
We-
bumper stickers that you
we
see
need
for
Caroline.
people that don't even live near the
We need
beach.
shirts. Shack
Dude,
Life
can
shirts.
can I make like a Salt Life ripoff
Yes.
shirt?
Yes,
Oh
that's
man,
exactly
dude, we're
what
gonna
we
do it.
need.
Okay, we're gonna do it. But anyway, you can find me on the Nintendo Shack and Arcadia Academia over here. And whenever I go on anybody else's show around here, I'm streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/the Nintendame. You can check out when I go live on Twitter, the Nintendame, Instagram, the Nintendame, Facebook, the Nintendame. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. All my backups go to YouTube, the Nintendame, even though I'm a little bit behind on that. But yeah, I'm streaming, guys. I'm streaming every day. But Saturdays we're gonna stop streaming.
Just while the dogs play.
Just while football season's on. Sorry.
Until they lose to Florida, like they normally do.
Nope. We won last year, so shut up.
Oh my god. Hashtag Guru Life. That's going to be a new thing.
Gracious sakes.
Copyright infringement. We're gonna claim all those YouTube
I don't
videos.
care.
Um,
If you're still-
You can find me on Twitter at Play Nintendo. You can follow all of us at PSVG. Check out the blog at psvg.blog. When you're there, click on the Discord link and I'll drop you into the Discord. Make us better community. And if you like what you see and you like who else is there and you follow their shows and everything, consider joining the Patreon at patreon.com/makeusbetter, where again, final plug, you might be able to make PSVG a lot better here soon. I hope this isn't me failing in the public eye. I'm scared, Bobby. I'm a little scared. I'm always scared like this. I have no
Don't be
faith.
scared.
I have no faith.
Don't be
but,
scared. Don't be scared.
I'm
Don't be
excited.
scared.
I'm actually really, really excited. After doing all the thank you notes and everything, like this is cool. I'm excited to really throw our hat in the ring and see what we can do. So with that, lovely listeners, boys and girls, thank you so much for downloading another episode of the Nintendo Shack. We couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. You make my week at least better every Thursday night and
Same.
every weekend. Yeah. So we couldn't do anything without you. So with that, we are out. Bobby, sign us off.
Peace out, Preston.
Good night, Kooplings.
Preston.